Yeah, we've had a good day Sunday with meetings and practice this morning. Started off a little bit slow. We picked it up and had a really good practice toward the end, but the last 3/4 of the practice was really good. Yeah, I think our players understand that worrying about us is how you get better. You don't worry about other teams. You prepare for them and you obviously study film, but you get better each day by concentrating on yourself. And so I think that our team's really started to learn that, and so I kind of like where we are right now. Well, they're going to lean on those two running backs no matter who was at quarterback, because they got two great running backs for sure. Probably the best two, the tandem in the league. Jaguar, the freshman, is probably as explosive a guy as we've seen all year long. I'm counting Tennessee and all of them, so he's a great one, and they just have a great offensive line as well. Good receivers. They got guys who can get drafted, and the Sergeant kids. So, they've got a great offense. One of the things they do is they're going to start running the football. They're going to run the zone play, and they're going to run that against anything you do. And so they start there, and then they run play actions off of that, and kind of get you isolated, trying to stop the run, and get their matchups on the outside, and try to run some plays there. And so they have a nice scheme from the standpoint of they don't do a lot. It's not like some teams run a ton of plays. They don't run a ton of plays, but what they do very well. Yeah, they're kind of they run a lot of different fronts from game to game, but they do a lot of similar things, and so they don't ask their kids to do a ton, and they just believe in lining up and playing football. And that's they're going to adjust week to week based on what you do, but once you get them in the game, I think that's pretty much what you're going to see for the whole game. A really good player, I think he's leading the conference, or maybe top 2 in the conference right now in tackles, and just has a great feel for the game. I've admired him. He's from Foley, of course, and been watching him play, and I think he's not only a great player, but he's a great leader out on the field. Well, first of all, they're the kind of players we wanted to build this program with, but most of all, the kind of people, and just true character, guys are just positive attitudes, great work ethic, care about your team, care about your university, and they have just represented this school in a way that I want all the guys coming behind them to do it, and that's what I admire about them the most. And also we've had a pretty good year this year. We're one game from being bowl eligible, and they can always say they were the team that kind of in our first year Division I that kind of got the ball rolling. I think the biggest thing and the thing I'm going to challenge our players with is going to be a game of the trenches. It's going to be our offensive line against their defensive line, and vice versa. Our defensive line against our offensive line. I think that's where the game is going to be won or lost, because they're very big inside, and whoever controls that in this game is probably going to win it.